Recovered the refrigerant out of the 2004 330i. Now remember, we had 42 degrees out of the dash. Do you remember what the superheat and the subcooling was? What the low side and high side pressure were? What did we get out of there? 525 grams. And what does it call for? 700 and, well, sorry, it doesn't want to focus, but it's 740 grams is what's called. So that's how short we're at. This works excellent in mid temperatures to low temperatures. So anywhere from like 75, 78 degrees on down, you got like 42 degrees coming out of the dash. But when it gets hotter than that, it starts sucking really bad and start losing your dash duct temp. And it's only a couple hundred grams under, so you got 500 grams under what the factory calls for. So go around, quick leak check. They did not have UV dye in it. I stuck UV dye in it, and where did I put it? Well, I think in the first video you've seen my tube of UV dye that I injected into the system. I went around with electronic leak detector, went around with the ultrasonic, and I did a visual. And as you can see, there's very few places I can't get this thing inside there with my hand all down in there. So the extender helps. You have the long reach on that a little bit. But a lot of these cars you can't get there. This is missing the plastic underneath the car, and when it sits here and when the fan is on and you put your hand down here, and you close the hood, you can feel the hot engine heat roll around, come here and get sucked up in front of the condenser and radiator, reheating the condenser and radiator with the hot engine heat when you come to an idle stop. So that'll make idle AC performance suck when you're in somewhere like Arizona at 100 degrees or plus. What else can I say? That's it. We're going to charge this back up with 740 grams. We're going to retake the temperatures and the pressure, superheat, subcooling, dash temperature, and see where we stand. At this ambient temperature taken by the thermistor right here, we're at 73 right now. And we will see what any difference, if any, which there probably won't be, because we don't have a big load. I have no sun load on this vehicle. I'm parked indoors. It's only 73 degrees out here in the shop, and 500 and 700 grams probably won't make a difference. Let's see what happens. We will do this. Oh, this is kind of, I've known this shop from when he started years ago and he moved into this new shop. This is a cool shop. You think you're in a discotheque. I mean, we got, let me go around here. He painted all this with these custom iridescent colors. That was a waterfall, hasn't used that anymore. This is an iridescent floor. This was so cool looking when it was brand new, and all the little cracks and seams were painted with copper. Have a boat here like a junk in Thailand, because he goes to Thailand and a lot of stuff is like Thailand here. We have Mr. Johnny Cash back there. Cash, unless previously arranged. So cool. This is a unique individual. BMW is his things. If you have an old BMW you want to modify, you have a really output race BMW, you want modifications for old cars that are, this is one of the BMW nerd gurus. You know, when you have somebody who geeks out, there's two guys who work out of here, and they're both in levels of their own geekness on BMWs that you don't want to go into a normal shop. If you have an old BMW, you want a nerd, you want a geek, you want somebody who lives, breathes, and eats BMWs. And this just happens to be one of those places. And as you can tell from the shop, it's not your normal high volume, slam, bam, get them out kind of shop. That's all I gotta say back there. Get back to this. I finished the recovery. There was only 420 grams out of 730. Let's see what happens after it gets recharged.